Hello friends, welcome you all to second brain teaser of UPSC Prelims 2021. Today we'll be going to discuss about oceanic movements, that is tides. Tides is one of the most important aspect where you could get at least one question almost every alternate prelims. The reason why we are going to cover this topic. So first, let's go for the definition of tide. What are tides? Also, I wants to make one thing very clear. The objective of the topic of brain teaser is not to make you aware about the concept. Here, the main purpose is to make you aware about all information that you can remember in shortest possible time. So, what is tide? Tides can be defined as alternate rise and fall of the ocean water. Tide, rise and fall of the ocean water due to the combined effect of the gravitational forces of Earth, Moon, and Sun. Then what is the potential area where you can get a question? So this is the first important potential area where you could get a question. What are the causes of tides? So remember, these are three important causes of tides. First one, the gravitational force exerted on Earth by the Sun. First reason. Second, the gravitational force exerted on Earth by the Moon is second reason. And third one is rotation of the Earth. Remember, these three are the most important reasons behind tide. Here I have given you the simple diagram of this tide. Just go through this diagram. Here in this particular case, this is Earth, this is entire oceanic structure, this is Moon, and this is Sun. Now when Earth, Moon and Sun are in the same line, here the gravitational pull of the Sun is attracting water towards its side. Simultaneously, gravitational pull of Moon is also attracting water on its own side. So the bulge is more. That's why this particular portion is called as high tide, whereas this portion, when this entire water is transported to this particular region, here water gets reduced, this particular portion is called as low tide. So this is part of high tide. Simultaneously, it has centrifugal force opposite to gravitational force due to rotation of Earth. It has a centrifugal force which is acting. That's why you will have high tide on two sides of the Earth. This is one side, this is second side where you will have high tide, and these are the two regions where you have low tide. Due to rotational movement of the Earth, you will have high tide. This is first aspect. And on that side, the Sun is exerting a force on this side, whereas Moon is exerting force on that side. But Moon is more closer to Earth. That's why the gravitational pull on Earth is more from the side of Moon as compared to Sun. So if we compare the height of tide, in this particular case, height of tide will be higher as compared to height of tide on this side, and also the water will be more on the side of Moon and not on the side of the Sun. You have to remember this thing. Height of the tide will be more on the side of the Moon. In this case, Sun, Moon and Earth are on straight line, whereas in this case, Sun, Moon, Earth and Sun are in a degree of 90 degrees to each other. They are in a degree of 90 degrees to each other. So here it will be a high tide, low tide, it will be a high tide. So these are two important things where it is due to rotation of Earth, gravitational pull of the Moon and gravitational pull of the Sun. Then high tides, let's go for it. The part of the ocean which is directly facing the Moon and bulges towards the Moon will experience high tide. There is a corresponding bulge on opposite side of the Earth, as we have seen here. It is high tide, it is high tide. It is due to rotation of the Earth. The corresponding bulge on opposite side of the Earth, these bulges are called as high tide. So remember, these two portions, this one and this one, these two portions are called as high tides. Then there comes low tide. What is definition? When high tide occurs, water is drawn away from areas between the high tides, which leads to the formation of low tides. So while low tides occur, water has been drawn from the areas towards high tide. It leads to the formation of low tide. So it is high tide and this portion corresponds to low tide. Why? Water from these two areas have been drawn towards these high tide regions. This is diagram. You can go through this particular diagram. This is Earth. Here you will have low tide, high tide, high tide. It is gravitational pull of the Moon. It is gravitational pull of the Sun. This we have seen this particular diagram. Then it is combined gravitational pull of the Sun and the Moon. You will have higher tide. Range will be higher. The next topic, What is the meaning of what is tidal range? So to understand tidal range, just this is a diagram. See, what is tidal range? Tidal range is the difference of height between high tide and low tide. Let us consider a region. Let us take an example of Mumbai. On Mumbai, when there is high tide, what is height of the water? And when there is low tide, what is height of the water? When you have difference between these heights of high tide and low tide, you will get a tidal range. So here first thing, tidal range, the difference of height between high tide and low tide. So this particular difference, it can be called as a tidal range. Tidal range is one of the very important concept. Remember, it is a tidal range. I'll just read out important things. Tidal range is the difference of height between high tide and low tide. Tidal range is not constant, but it changes depending on the location of the moon and sun. Remember, the head of the Bay of Bengal and Gulf of Kutch have higher tidal range along the Indian coast. So this point is important, where you could get a question in prelims, in which regions of India you will have higher tidal range. So it is, remember, Bay of Bengal and Gulf of Kutch have higher tidal range along the Indian coast. Now, this is important thing. It is about spring tide and neap tide. This difference is very, very important. Spring tide, see, it is a tide. Spring tide is not a different thing. It is just a kind of tide. It is a tide with large tidal range that occurs 2 times a month. It means it occurs twice a month. New moon and full moon. It occurs twice a month. One, it occurs on new moon. Second, it occurs on full moon. Why it occurs? When sun, earth and moon are in straight line. When sun, moon and earth are in straight line, in this case, the height of tide will be more higher due to combined gravitational pull of sun and moon, and the height of tide will be higher. So it is a spring tide. Second one is neap tide. A tide of minimum tidal range, minimum tidal height that occurs during first and third quarter of the moon, when sun, moon and earth are form 90-degree angle. When sun, moon and earth form 90-degree angle. Remember difference between spring tide and neap tide. So here, just for diagrammatic purpose, here in this particular case, you will get which kind of tide? You will get neap tide. Sorry, it is not neap tide. Here in this case, when they are 90 degrees, you will get neap tide. Remember, I'll just write down it over here. Here you will get neap tide. Whereas on this side, here you will get spring tide due to higher height. This is a diagram of spring tide. So this is difference. Remember, difference between spring tide and neap tide is very, very important. Now, the most important, certain important definitions. Tides based on the frequency. So first type is semi-diurnal tide. Semi-diurnal tide, they are the most common tidal pattern featuring 2 high tides and 2 low tides each day. If you go to Alibag, you will realize this thing, that every day you will have 2 higher tide and 2 lower tide. So it is a semi-diurnal tide, occurs every 6 hours a day. Diurnal tides, only 1 high tide and 1 low tide each day. Then mixed tide, tides having variations in height are known as mixed tide. They generally occur along the west coast of North America. That's why this third point is important. Mixed tides generally occurs along the western coast of North America. Then, based on the distance of moon and earth from, based on distance of moon and sun from earth, we have classified the tides into various magnitude. So what are magnitudes of tides? First, it is about perigee. What is meaning of perigee? Here a diagram has been given. See, here it is a perigee when this moon is closest to the earth, and here it is apogee when moon is farthest away from the earth. Closest point of the moon and earth, farthest point of the moon and earth. Farthest point is apogee. Here the distance between earth and moon is around 4,06,000 km in case of apogee, whereas in perigee, earth-moon distance is 3,57,000 km. Here, point on earth orbit that is closer to focal point of elliptical orbit. And here it is earth where point of an orbit that is farther away from the focal point. So it is a focal point of the earth. Now what it says, see, perigee, when moon's orbit is closest to the earth, it is called as perigee. During this period, usually high and low tide occur. Why? Because when moon is closer to earth, it will exert additional extra gravitational pull on water of the earth and it will cause perigee. Apogee, when moon's orbit is farthest from the earth, it is called as apogee. Tidal range will be much less than the average during this period. Why? Because since distance is more, the gravitational pull exerted will be relatively lower. So it is perigee and apogee. Then next one is perihelion and aphelion. Here I have shown this particular thing diagrammatically. Perihelion. So what is perigee string, new moon and full moon. It occurs during new moon and full moon. Just see here. Perihelion. It is the position where Earth is closest to the sun. Remember the date, around 3rd January. It is the position where Earth is closest to the sun during 3rd January. Unusually high and low tides occur during perihelion. Unusually high and low tide. See, apogee, perigee, perihelion, aphelion. Second is aphelion. It is the position where Earth is farthest from the sun. Earth is away from the sun. Around 4th of July, tidal ranges are much less than the average during this period. So, for moon, we have used the word apogee and perigee. For sun, we have used the word aphelion and perihelion. Now, the important definitions. See, perigean spring tide, perigean spring higher, perigean when they are closer to the earth. Full or new moon plus perigee. It means when moon is closest to the earth and there is full moon or new moon, we have perigean spring tide. Typically, it occurs between 6 to 8 times each year. The point when the moon is closest to the earth, more than a foot higher than high tide. It is at least a foot higher than the normal high tide. It causes coastal flooding in some low-lying areas. Example is Korla case. Perigean, closest distance, and spring tide. This is the example, full moon, new moon. Then next one, that is effects of the tide. What are the effects of this tide? See, tides act as a link between the port and the open sea. Like Kolkata port on river Hooghly are located on the river away from sea coast. See, remember Hooghly is a riverine port in India. This is another important point where you could get a question. Hooghly is a riverine port in India. The tidal current clear away the river sediment and slows down the growth of delta. Second important point where you could get a question. Then another important point, tide, it increases the depth of water which helps ships to move safely to the ports when there is higher water range. It also acts as a source of producing electricity in the form of tidal energy. Now, what about wavelength and other aspect of tide, wavelength and tidal period? Isaac Newton was the first to explain tides with gravity related to sun, earth and the moon. So this is point where you have to remember. The wavelength of tidal waves is around 12,430 miles, roughly 20,000 kilometers. The tidal cycle is of 24 hours and 50 minutes. Mark this point. The tidal cycle is of 24 hours and 50 minutes. Now, two important case studies that you can use in your geography optional. One is Panama Canal. The Panama Canal has locks to raise and lower ships in transit from Atlantic to Pacific Ocean. So here you have to remember first point, Panama Canal act as a transit way between Atlantic Ocean and Panama Canal and Pacific Ocean because of the difference in the tidal range and timing of both coast. It is only in February that tides are about the same on Pacific side and Atlantic side. It is only in the month of February. Many things are there, but here we are taking very, very important points. Then what about Bay of Fundy? This is important case study. Some regions of the world have a larger tidal range than others because of difference in the shape of the ocean floor. So remember, tidal range is also based on shape of the ocean floor. The world's highest tide can be found in Canada. at the Bay of Fundy in province of Nova Scotia. Bay of Fundy, province of Nova Scotia, Canada. These 3 points are important. Here remember, in the Bay of Fundy, the tidal range is about 16 meters, which is much higher. That is about 53 feet. In the Arabian Sea, the tidal range is always between 10 to 20 centimeters, that is 4 to 8 inches. That is, you can imagine the height of Bay of Fundy's tides. Then we'll think about tidal energy, important thing. Tidal energy can be harnessed through the natural phenomena of movement of ocean water caused by gravitational force exerted by the sun and the moon. Ministry of New and Renewable Energy had declared ocean energy as a renewable energy. So remember, it has been declared ocean energy as a renewable energy, tidal energy, wave energy, current energy, ocean thermal, etc. Here remember, in Gujarat coast, in Gujarat and West Bengal, tidal power plants have been constructed. India decided not to go forward due to financial constraints. India has a very long coastline, many estuaries and the Gulf. It gives an enormous opportunity for India to develop tidal power for electricity generation, provided if we could solve these financial issues. What are the advantages of tidal energy? Continuity of power production. It protects countries' coastline from strong waves and floods, provides non-polluting source of energy in a very simpler manner. What are disadvantages? First is finances. High cost of installation, limited availability of sites, inflexible power generation, environmental impact in local areas due to flooding. So that's it. Clear? So thank you all from my side. This is basic. We'll coming with everyday new brainstorming. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you.